streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good Tuesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. We will get to your top stories at 4 in just a few moments, but first a look at traffic and weather with Jack Wu with the 22 News Storm Team joining us now. Jack, dry right now across western Massachusetts. Some showers and storms possible later on.
And Nick, we've seen this story before just yesterday. We get a dry daytime, but as we get closer to the evening, those storms really become a factor. Let's take a look at our traffic first. We're not seeing too many traffic impacts at the moment. Your regular construction areas on the Mass Pike on both sides near Palmer. You have Route 20 going southbound on in West Springfield, and then also near the Russell Westfield area of the Mass Pike where you see Route 23. Also seeing some construction there. Overall, not a lot of traffic at the moment, but it's mainly because we're not seeing any showers. Let's take a look at our live camera in Springfield at the moment. Nice and sunny outside, a couple clouds, but not really much to report. It's really later in the day when we start to see the shower potential. There is also still a heat advisory in place, so if you're outside, it's definitely going to be warm. Heat advisory goes until 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Heat index values near 101 degrees for eastern parts of Hampden, Hampshire, and Franklin County, and other areas in western Massachusetts as well. Temperatures are going to be warmer today. 92 in Westfield, 91 in Springfield, seeing those low 90s in Greenfield as well. Berkshire County, a little cooler, but not by much. 86 in Pittsfield, 89 in North Adams. And our clouds and radar showing those showers and storms moving through upstate New York. This has already resulted in multiple tornado warnings in upstate New York. And as it slowly approaches Massachusetts, we are at risk for some strong thunderstorms. We'll let you know when those start and when they end with the 22 News Storm Team Skycast. The victim of a deadly shooting in Springfield on Sunday has been identified. Springfield police say they were called to the 100 block of Massasoit Street just before 11 o'clock Sunday night, where they found 19-year-old DeMonte Williams with a gunshot wound. The investigation is still ongoing. And the Hampden District Attorney's Office has identified the victim of a deadly shooting in Holyoke this week. Holyoke police say they were called to the 50 block of West Street just before 11:30 on July 9th, where they found 3 people with gunshot wounds. 2 of them had only minor injuries. The man who was killed has been identified as 38-year-old Dexter Ortiz from Holyoke. No other information has been released at this time.
The town has many historic buildings, and a lot of them are in desperate need of repair to preserve the historic nature.
A small town in Berkshire County is getting a big grant from the federal government. Congressman Richard Neal was in Lenox to announce $750,000 that will help restore Town Hall. The money will go towards repairing and restoring the dome of the building, which is deteriorating. Restorations also include fixing water damage in the rotunda and improving the handicapped accessible ramp. Well, rain that fell in western Massachusetts yesterday has led to a sewage discharge in several areas in Holyoke along the Connecticut River. 8 of Holyoke's 10 combined sewer overflow locations have discharged. More than 6 million gallons were released. The city has taken steps to address discharging pollutants. The public is advised to avoid the water in communities bordering the Connecticut River, South Hadley, and Chicopee. Back now with Jack Wu from the 22 News Storm Team. Again, dry now. Very hot out there and humid. It looks like that trend is only going to continue as we head toward tomorrow.
Yes, definitely towards tomorrow, but we do get some relief this weekend. But let's go back to the showers and storms that we're expecting. That's why we issued that 22 News Storm Team weather alert. By 7 p.m., we do see these clouds making their way in and slight traces of these showers. But as soon as 8 o'clock, we'll start to see those showers really come into the picture. They are going to be scattered, so not everywhere will be getting these showers and storms, but when they do, they could be strong at times. They will take a breather during the overnight around 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. Still left with some cloud cover, but that does go away by around 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. And again, we're going to see a very similar picture. During the daytime, not seeing a lot of cloud cover. We're seeing hot temperatures again in those mid-90s for our highs. Back 9 p.m. Wednesday. These are supposed to be stronger than we are expecting this evening and could result in strong to severe thunderstorms at times. But again, those also end shortly after as we go into the overnight. We'll be tracking it all with the 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Well, today is Prime Day. It's Amazon's annual sales event. It's available only for Prime members. They are offering major discounts, especially on Amazon's own devices like the Fire tablet, Alexa speakers, and Kindles. This year, Amazon also says they will have special deals for brands like Clinique and lots of back-to-school products. The deal runs through tomorrow. Today marks the 55th anniversary of the historic launch of Apollo 11. On July 16, 1969, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins launched into space atop an enormous Saturn V rocket. 4 days later, on July 20th, they touched down on the moon, and Armstrong and Aldrin became the first two men to walk on the lunar surface. Apollo 11 was the culmination of the Apollo program and a commitment by the U.S. to beat the Soviet Union in putting men on the moon. Now for a look at what we are working on for 22 News starting at 5 o'clock. Happy hour could make a comeback in Massachusetts after the Senate passed a bond bill last week. We spoke to local restaurants and bars in our area. And Rivers Park Pool in Chicopee is closed for the rest of the week. We have the reason why. Plus, the heat advisory continues with temperatures feeling like 100 degrees outside. Find out how you can save money on your electric bill while keeping cool, Jack.
One last look at the traffic. We're not looking at a particularly busy day on the roads, especially because some construction areas like on the Mass Pike near Palmer, as well as Route 20 near West Springfield. There are some closed roads in that area, but not highly trafficked at the moment. And then we're also seeing that construction on Route 20 near the Mass Pike near exit 23 in Russell. We'll be tracking how your traffic could be affected this evening with the 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
Jack, thanks, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. You can get all your latest news and weather updates on our website. Also, if you're on the beach or on vacation, Jack, which sounds great, you can always use the free mobile app.